eating healthy, it's easier said than done, right? And when you add kids into the mix, that is a whole other ball game. This afternoon, we have Kelly Layton, a pediatric dietitian with Nationwide Children's Hospital Toledo, to go over some things to try if you're aiming for a healthier year. Kelly, thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
What are some tips that can help kids have a healthy diet?
So definitely trying to make healthy eating fun in whatever way you can. It'll probably look different depending on the age of the child, but things like getting them involved with fun, healthy snack times. If we're talking about little kids, maybe things like cutting fruits and veggies into cute little shapes or something like that. Maybe it's helping with even just simple things like washing fruits and veggies or getting their input when it comes to planning meals. That can be helpful. When you're talking more about like teenagers, for example, some things that can make a big difference is convenience is a big motivator.
Of course.
So the more convenient you can make healthy foods, like having fruits and veggies washed, prepped, and ready to go, clear containers at eye level in the fridge, can help teenagers make healthier choices versus picking something else that might be easier, like a bag of chips or something like that. So
I like that you mentioned getting kids involved. I know when I was younger, my mom would call me her sous chef. So
I love that.
I feel like that really helped me eat healthy, but I know it doesn't come without challenges. What are some of the challenges that parents might face trying to help their kids eat healthy, and how can they overcome those challenges?
Some of the most common ones that I hear are picky eating. So especially with some of the healthier stuff like fruits and vegetables, I usually encourage trying to incorporate familiar flavors with trying new foods. So for example, if your kid really likes cheese, you can try cheese melted over broccoli. Or if we like peanut butter, you can try celery sticks with peanut butter. Or even cooking with similar flavors, like if we really like tacos, you can cook veggies with a taco seasoning packet. Or if you like Chinese food, you can cook veggies with some light soy sauce. So things to kind of incorporate familiar flavors for trying new foods, and then also making sure that you have a combination of a familiar food on the plate alongside maybe something that's a bit newer, because sometimes having a dish where your only option is the new thing can be a little intimidating. So having that balance. And then definitely another thing we probably talk about is just difficulty with the price of groceries.
Of course.
And shopping healthy on a budget is really hard. So I usually try to focus on cost neutral swaps that you can make. So for example, trying to do more water versus like sugary drinks or flavored drinks. Usually switching from white grains to whole grains is pretty cost neutral. If you do things like shop for foods that are in their raw form, so they're not already cut up and stuff, and you prepare them themselves, that can be a little bit cheaper, as well as swapping out meats for alternative proteins like eggs or beans or peanut butter. That can help with the budget as well, but still be healthy.
Great advice. And what are some signs that a child isn't getting the nutrition that they need, and how can parents go about addressing that?
Yeah, of course. So some physical signs might be things like rapid changes in body size or composition beyond what you might just expect from a regular growth spurt. Other physical signs could be things like being super tired, which is a tough one because like teenagers are just gonna be tired anyways.
Right.
So kind of like outside of whatever their norm is. And then other physical signs you can look for, little things like if you have things like thinning hair, more brittle nails, that can be signs of like a nutrition deficiency. And with those kinds of things, you can always talk to your pediatrician. Some other kind of nutritional issues that tend to be more common in kids. So things like anemia, meaning you have low iron, that can be pretty common. We also see kids at our clinic in particular for insulin resistance. So some kids, if they are eating too much of foods with a poor nutrition, you can actually get something, it's called acanthosis nigricans, and it's a darkening of the skin around the neck, in the armpits, in the creases of the elbows, that like if you try to clean it, it doesn't come off. And that can be a sign of insulin resistance, which means that your child might be more at risk for developing diabetes. So that's one thing in particular we see at our clinic too, that people might not know as much about.
And we only have a couple seconds left, but I do just want to ask, what is your favorite kid-approved snack that's nutritious and tasty?
Everybody likes smoothies.
Ooh, yeah.
So smoothies are great. Doing a parfait with some yogurt and fruit, granola, a celery with peanut butter and some raisins on top. The ants on a log is always a good one.
Classic.
So things that kids can kind of customize and make their own.
And if anyone has any questions, they can, of course, reach out.
Yeah.
So definitely great advice. Thank you so much for being here. And you can see their information on our screen right now. If you have any questions about your child's nutrition, don't hesitate to reach out.